Thank you very much, Father Agbo. So, the 1999 Constitution is a forgery that hijacks the sovereignty and self-determination of indigenous ethnic nations. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thereby rendering Nigerians unable to have a say in what happens to them. Father Agbo, how did you learn that this 1999 Constitution is a forgery?
Thank you. Everybody knows I was an ardent part of the obedient movement. And I know that P2B won the election. But I've realized that under the present configuration of the country, it cannot be allowed to fix the country or even be announced a winner of the election because of the INEC capture that I've spoken about. So I began listening to Nina after the tragedy of Yakubu Mahmoud happened to Nigeria. I witnessed the fraud and began to look for other more fundamental frauds, especially the fraudulent 1999 Constitution with the 68 exclusive lists. So I remembered P2B's own analogy of a car without engine when he spoke to us in the University of Nigeria in Nsukka, where I lecture. I remember when he was speaking about that. That time he had not begun to run. Nigeria is like a car, whose engine has not. And we have to fix the engine first. I've been listening to a lot of Nina's priests in our different platforms, but we're all carried away by this whole desire for not just Igbo presidency, but we felt we had a good leader in P2B. So when it became clear to me that this thing these people are saying is true, we can't have this man. We can't have this man under this kind of situation. So I began studying the Nina's messages. I studied the 7-point outline invitation. I summarized it. I studied the constitutional force majeure. I summarized it. The Aladima epistle. There's a lot of epistles, over 7 of them, initially. I told this to one of my friends in Nina that I'm going with you people, and she was excited, like St. Paul. I had to throw in my trowel.
Yeah.
I got convinced that the best thing that can happen to Nigeria now is to transition towards constitutional renegotiation to what we call multi-regional referendum. People have been speaking about referendum. In fact, it was Nnamdi Kanu that so many people had it from. But if you study history, you know that Nnamdi Kanu really tapped it from Nina.
Yes, he plagiarized it.
So referendum doesn't just mean breaking up from Nigeria. No. It means agreeing to stay together and defining the terms of union. So it could end in federation. It could end in confederation or separation. So why would somebody just pick the last one and go to market with it? So Nina has been speaking about referendum before Nnamdi Kanu went to market with just one aspect of it and made it an Igbo affair when it is not supposed to be. So it is time to tell our people the truth.
Yes.
And I am in on this truth mandate. Let me use the mic for now.
Thank you so much. I like that you mentioned somebody that plagiarized Nina's work, because we have even up to 42 of them. The one you mentioned is just one of them. You just plagiarize the entire work somebody did. You go and take a session of it, put microphone on it, and start blowing it. You can't execute it. You can, and people are ignorantly following you and not knowing that they are being duped. It is amazing. And indeed, like you said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And I like that you said that when you looked at it, you went to study. You studied the Constitutional Force Majeure. You studied the Aladima epistle. You studied all the things that Ninas have been putting in play on the table for over 24 years now. You say, okay, this makes sense. Because you know what? Idea rules the world. This is not the time that people will be running after one man or one woman and say, please come and deliver us. No. Get informed so that you too will be part of the process and you will be part of delivering yourself. Thank you so much, Father Abu. So,
Before we get started, please continue to help us to hit the like button. You know how what they do here, that when they have information that will liberate our people, they go on a serious blockage to make sure that nobody gets this information. They got this on our side because we are on this part of the truth, right? We are part of on the path of righteousness,
yes.
And no algorithm will stop this freedom of our people. No social media will stop the freedom of our people. We're here, we are standing on the truth, and nothing will change our tenacity to liberate our people from this mess that somebody created in order for them to make financial gains while my people suffer. So please continue to help us to share, continue to help us to like, call your friends, pause the show, call your friends and tell them to come and listen to Father Ben, how he's breaking these things down, because a lot of people leave the show and say, oh, we are against religion. No, we are against fraudulent religion. Here is my brother breaking it down to you guys that if you are really a religious man or woman, that you should be seeking for freedom of your people.
Exactly.
And anything else is fraudulent in its manner. So please help us to get our people to come on. I know everybody is on air, on online, trying to make money from YouTube and Facebook. This is not about money. This is not about money anymore. We need our people to come on board and follow someone who knows the road. We've been going into the forest. We've been going to, in Igbo, they will still call here, we've been misled by so many people. Some of them even just recently had a conference, stealing Nina's work, confusing people everywhere. But we want you to know that we are for the Lord. And we know that the Lord that we serve, especially the Lord of my ancestors, I know they don't like our situation and they want more for us. And that we shall get. So please continue to help us to share where we bring our brother back on to continue this. Father Ben, I'm trying to control myself here. So let me shut up. Okay, go ahead. Continue to help us.
It's so revealing, and to imagine that our priests and our reverends are not ignorant of what is going on. It's amazing, it's really relieving, because okay, we are not in this battle alone, because for some time it was as if you're for us on your own. No, you're on your own. So our priests are not ignorant at all, and we are really happy to see that. So please, like my sister has said, continue to help us to share so that they will come and hear. That's your pastor, TK. Bring it so that he will hear. That's your bishop, your archbishop, all the other names that are calling themselves. Ndi Pentecostal, Pentecostal. Come and hear with your ear what is being said, so you can't pretend anymore.